because I want to make someone puke. So we're going to Frank's breakfast, so hopefully there will be breakfast leftovers on the trail.
Mummy!
So you need some momentum.
Well, here we are, guys, in Gaspésie, and while most of the guys gone on an adventure ride, these guys want to do something a little bit more hardcore today, and most of them have been drinking very heavily so that they're well prepared and lubricated. Paul's done some trials riding. Oh, nice! Oh! One thing we've been talking about is prepping your bike properly. And because Paul in our group is a trials rider, he's giving us some tips.
So what we're doing now is excuse removal, very important before you ride, and then just under here you'll find the talent switch. You've got to turn that right up. Particularly on Pat's bike, you find a lot of bullshit in here. And I think there's a few excuses that we've missed, so we might see those come out later. But you know, it's the bike's fault, always. And then Pat's gonna ride like a god.
The last bit's a killer. Next victim. Woo! Interesting little right-hand turn just before the end there for John. You really need to weight the back wheel in this stuff.
I don't want to go anywhere.
Woo!
Great climb by Pat, excuse removal, all gone. Talent switch right up, first time. Cool. Woo!
Yeah, man! Very final bit seems to be the tricky bit. Gaspésie is very noted for the occasional rock. So, weight right to the back. Our default standing body position. Trying to be easy on the throttle. And keep momentum. Wow! Fuck! Like I just didn't do then.
Much of the terrain here is a rocky base with several layers of rock, then a sprinkling of light rock on top. A few of the guys said they didn't like rock riding, but the focus on riding skills this week has everyone loving the challenge of trying to stay upright and get traction in rocks. Without doubt, this will pay dividends for all of us in other kinds of terrain. When the wheels suddenly slip or the rear wheel spins exactly when you don't want it to. Throughout the week, we emphasised the need to keep the rear wheel weighted for traction. And as with many techniques, the guys thought they were using the technique, but we could see body positioning was wrong in many cases.
This guy needs some more gonads, so I'm going to show him my nuts.
I think he's having a bit of trouble.
Your nuts are up here.
At first, Pat was really struggling with the rocky climbs. He thought he had his body weight to the rear, but we could see he was instinctively leaning forward. Gradually, he started to get his ass toward that rear fender, and the difference was clear to see as the day went on.
So we've checked under the rear wheel, he's easing it over a few rocks, and I've just said minimal wheel spin. We don't want to chew the track up. Woo! Just going to ask you, Pat, apparently with all that wheel spin, you discovered a new vein of copper and the mine's getting reopened.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Congratulations,
Thank you.
mate.
Thank you.
The excavating equipment we use out here on Pat's bike, you can dig, about 2 feet, and then usually hit some like copper or gold or something, deep down.
Everything here is harder than it looks, off camber. Oh man, nice one. Always lean into the hill. Woo! Only takes one rock to knock you off. Oh, Paul. Seat bounce. Nice. The seat bounce is often good for getting going again. John is our hill climb meister. One thing a lot of guys forget, if you're stuck on a rocky hill, you might think it's cheating, but you can move the rocks for 1 or 2 meters to get a really good run up and lots of traction. Here we go with Dwayne. These climbs are hard.
Yeah, you look so good. A beaut recovery though.
And how do you feel about our choice of sweep today?
Slightly substandard, I think, today.
He's sweeping the trail beautifully. He's clearing all the rocks off it. He's making it nice and smooth for us going down. What a guy.
We always try not to dig up the terrain if we can help it.
Well, no one lost their breakfast. But take it from me, I can see why some guys have. This is one tough climb if you don't get up in one go.